Hey you, hey you, hey you, hey you, hey. Is your credit score in the 500s, 300s, 400s, 600s, and 700s? And I'm going to talk to you about what does this mean for you and your credit scores as far as where do you rank and the numbers. So, here are the three categories where your score is ranked at and what is this going to mean for you. So is your credit score between 300 and 579? So what does that mean? So if you pull up your credit score right now, they give you a number, they spit a number at you and it says 580, 579, sorry. What does that mean? That means your credit score is poor. That means you're gonna need a cosigner. That means no one's gonna give you anything. And you need to have the ability to, one, increase those numbers and increase those scores. So if for the people who don't think credit score is important, or they don't think, or they don't see any value into that, well, you're gonna forever have a cosigner if you can get anything at all. And a lot of people are not aware of this. They see the numbers and not exactly sure what it means. So again, 300 to 579 is gonna be considered poor. Your next category or the next ranking that you will have is 580 to 669, which is going to rank you as fair. Now, fair will get you a car. Fair will get you a house. Fair will get you a credit card. Some other things, but you're going to have more problems with that. You're going to have a whole lot of problems. This is where, hey, we approve you, but the interest rate, and I'm going to talk about that, but the interest rate is going to be a little higher than usual. For example, let me give you a quick example. If you borrow $100 and your credit score is, we'll say, poor, and you're trying to borrow $100, well, why would I give you $100? Your credit score shot is poor. I wouldn't loan you anything, and you shouldn't loan anybody else any money either. But now when we talk about fair, 580 to 569, and it's fair, well, what does that mean if you borrow $100? So what this will means is you'll be able to get the $100, but they're going to charge you a crazy amount of interest rate on there, 5%, 6%, 12%. So if you break down the math, you're going to pay more money in interest than you're actually getting for the money that you're actually borrowing. So that's terrible for you. A lot of people may not know that because they'll say, hey, I can get approved. Great. Anybody with a 580 to 669 credit score could possibly get approved, but you're going to pay a lot more money because of that. Now, the next one is going to be 670 to 739. That is considered good credit. Let me say that again. From 670 to 739 and above, because it goes up, it's going to be considered good. Now, your credit score is not great, is exactly what it is. It's good. So, which actually means you would actually be borrowing. So if you came with the same $100 and you had good credit, more than likely somebody might charge you 2% interest rate, which means you're not really, which is going to be about $2. Come down to, I'm a nerd when it comes to these numbers. So if you borrow $100 and I charge you 2% interest on it, well, you only have to pay $2 back on that from the beginning. And then obviously, if you know interest, it accumulates over time. And that's in the financial world, and that's how interest works. It builds you over time. So the quicker you can pay that back is the quicker you can get the loan paid off, and you'll be all right. And it's going to help your credit go up once you actually pay something off. So let me just reiterate this, just so I'm explaining things a little bit better. So for poor, it's going to be for 300. Anybody in a credit score of 300 to 579 is going to be considered poor. From 580 to 669 is going to be considered fair. 670 to 739 and above, 739 is going to be considered good. Now, the reason you want to continuously work on your credit score is because eventually you're going to need to borrow money, whether it's for a house, whether it's for a car, whether you need a credit card, or whatever you need to be. And the minute you put in an application somewhere and someone needs to pull your credit, they're going to see those numbers. Now, you can go look at those numbers yourself, and I'll put a link below where you can actually pull your credit score, and you can go from there, and just kind of so you have an idea of what is going on with all three of your credit scores, because you need to be able to see all three. It's not just, well, it's a 630 over here in Experian, it's a 700 in TransUnion, and it's a 580 in Equifax. That's not how this works. You need to make sure that those numbers are actually all in close in range, so when somebody pulls it, they can actually see that. Now, here's one problem that you might run into is not all companies post the same way to all three bureaus like they should. But that's going to be another topic that I'm going to make here. This topic was more so, hey, how to break down your credit score. What are the numbers? What does it mean? Why you're having such a poor time with it, or having a problem at all? Is because you need to continuously build your credit score, and you need to get those numbers going up so you're able to borrow more. And when I say borrow, I mean get approved with a better interest rate, with more money in your pocket. And that's what it's really all about. Increasing your credit score, as well as decreasing your bills is what you want to do. But at the same time, when you borrow money, you want to borrow with the less interest rate as possible, the lowest amount of interest rate as possible. So I'm going to make another video here. Hey, you guys keep subscribing. Hey, comment, click below, click in the bio box. We'll have different links down there if you're interested and just want to see what your credit score is. And we just gonna keep posting and hope you guys are learning it. And this is Noah Harrison, Debt First, Credit Second. I'm out of here.